Hello Aries, thank you for tuning into your general read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Daily Tarot by Renata Lechner. For the supportive oracle cards, I'm using the Magical Spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. Alright, I already shuffled. Let's see what we have. Alright, I feel like you have a three-parter here. And especially since this is a general read, you're just going to have to try to figure out what part of this three-parter you're in. The first part is the Queen of Pentacles is what's happening. There's a lot of work being done. You got the Three of Pentacles above it. The Queen of Pentacles is what's happening. A lot of work being done here. It seems to be a situation that's very stable, been worked on for a while, it's been going in a certain direction, you've been investing in it, you've been contributing to it, you've been putting a lot of effort in it, you are currently putting a lot of effort in it. On the other side, I'm seeing the Eight of Cups, and I'm getting the other side seems to be unsure about what's about to happen next. Even though the situation seems very stable, you're putting all the effort into it to keep it stable. You're investing in the situation, you're planning long term, you're expecting it to keep going. The other side doesn't know if that's going to actually hold water. They got the Eight of Cups. I feel like a journey is about to take place and they're really not sure where this journey is going to go. They're not sure if this situation will continue or if they will continue with this journey. They may leave it and the situation may prevail, but they don't know where they stand with this situation themselves. I don't think you know that. Is that correct? Some of you, it depends. Alright, so some of you might know that this person is warbling. It may leave the situation or may cause... No, they may leave the situation is what I'm getting. I'm getting this is somebody who may leave the situation. Some of you realize that, other of you don't. You may see this person acting a little strange and wonder why. That might be the answer you need to come to. Now that's the first phase. As we're transitioning into the second phase, I feel like this is when this person, if you didn't know beforehand, you're finding out between the transition from the first phase to the second phase that not only are they warbling and they're not really sure how dedicated they are to this situation, I feel like they're getting ready to step away, or at the very least they're explaining how they don't like the situation. They don't like something about it, they're not connected with it, they don't want to be connected with it. Now, this has the beauty card on your side, because I feel like this seems to be this person is saying they don't like the way you do things. Is that right? So, let's just keep it simple. I feel like they're just basically saying they don't like the way you do things. I feel like it depends on your situation, how intense or how direct that's happening. But I'm getting the beauty card here more on your side with the situation. Like, I don't feel like you're doing anything against this person, to be fair. I feel like you just handle things the way you handle things. It's the flavor of your personality, and this is what works for you. This person just doesn't... I feel like you might be a little blunt, which, like, for me, I'm okay with that. I think that's great. Other people may be like, you know, I think this person's harsh. They cut you right to the bone when they say things. It's just your communication style. It's not an attack. And I feel like that's the thing. And I'm almost like feeling offended myself that somebody's putting it that way. Because I feel like somebody might say that the way you come across is attacking. And I don't feel like that's fair. I don't think that's right. Because especially if you look how you talk to them and other people, you're not treating anybody differently is what I'm getting. You just get right to the point. You're just, this is what's happening. This is what needs to happen. I just feel like you're very direct to the point. Because you know what? Talking in circles just wastes time and confuses people. If we just get to the point and say what needs to be said, it gets fixed. I'm getting a little aggravated. I feel that connection, just like that's... I just feel like that's bull. If it's compared to how you talk to everybody, it's almost like this person wants special treatment. They don't see it that way, but you might feel like that's what they're doing. This is the transition, going over to the next. Now, this other side, this other person you're dealing with, I feel like they're making it look... Are they making it look, or are they really unhappy? They're really unhappy. They really do believe you're singling them out now, especially now that they said something. They think you have it out for them. Is that true? Whatever the situation is they feel like you have it out for them now that they've said something. And I feel like you're seeing this happen, and I feel like it's like you can't do anything. Nothing is the right move right now. I feel like you're trying to not talk to this person too much. You're trying to avoid this person when possible. But there's also like this, like when you have to talk to them, you don't shy away from it. You begrudgingly choose your words very carefully because you know how this is going. You don't think that's fair because you still, you insist on being direct. And I kind of support that myself, but I have an Aries moon, just to be fair, so I kind of go this way anyway. So I think that's why it's kind of like, I think it's aggravating me to feel how this is coming through, because I've had people say this to me before, and I've been offended, because I'm just like, I'm not talking to you any different than anybody else. And it probably comes across just like that, like, I'm not doing anything else to you that I have anybody else. I've been told I've been tactless before. Oh well. At times. It's annoying. It really is annoying. You got the Two of Swords. Like you're trying to be malleable. You're trying to work with the situation. I feel like the way you're looking at it is like, it is what it is. I gotta suck it up a bit because this is just, it's not, I don't feel like it's fair. You don't feel like this is fair. But you know that this other person is like, it's almost like they're making it worse by accusing you. I don't know if they're flat out accusing you, but you can tell they're looking at you like everything you say is now an attack. So you're being very careful what you say. You still have to be direct, though. I mean, you still have to be direct. You're just being choosy about how you're direct. You're trying to use more conducive words. And I'm getting like this person is acting like, well, they really do feel like you're coming at them. If I'm going to be fair, the energy on this side does feel like you're coming at them. They do seem to think you are. I don't feel like that's, your intention, I don't feel your intention being that way, though. All right. Now, there's a third party involved. Are we sure? You got the Page of Swords. Somebody's watching but not talking. And they're trying to understand. I feel like this person seems to understand you more than the situation. I feel like this is somebody who kind of goes to your credit. This is somebody who's worked with you before. And I feel like they're looking at the situation and they actually see you bending over backwards to be nice to this person, but they know how you are. So I don't feel like this situation is going against you. But I feel like they're like now stuck between a rock and a hard place because they're understanding why this other person feels the way they do. And they're seeing it as a personality conflict, but they don't believe you're attacking anybody. They see it as a personality conflict, but they don't know what to do with the situation. I feel like they keep watching and absorbing. A third party is trying to look out for the situation, trying to find out what's really happening here. But I feel like they know you a little more than the other person, or they seem to understand how you work. And I feel like they realize right off the bat that you're not attacking anybody. But they're also realizing this other person honestly does feel that you are. And they're trying to find a way to work this out, and I feel like they're coming up with dead ends. They don't know what to do to fix this. But somebody's trying to find a way to help you with this. But I feel like they're trying to be neutral. They're trying to be as neutral as possible. But they know you. I feel like they know you a little bit better, and they know you're not attacking anybody. And I feel like they don't like how this is coming across. They seem to also think you're very effective, and they don't want things to change in that respect. So they want to like bring more understanding into the situation without changing the situation. This person seems very... They feel a little stressed because they're trying to find a happy way to work this out without changing the situation. They don't want what you do to change, is what I'm getting. Because it seems like you're result-driven. They seem to think the way you do things is fine. It's just like, is there a better way to say things? Is there a better way to handle things? They're coming up with dead ends, though. Now... what's going on here is this person, it's really, they're getting upset. And what I'm getting is like, there's a conversation between the third person and this other person who thinks they're being attacked. These two people seem to be talking it out or trying to talk it out. I don't like the way this feels, because I feel like this person who thinks they're being attacked doesn't feel like they're getting the support. They're taking it the wrong way. I really feel like they're taking it the wrong way. I don't think this is really happening as bad as they think it is, but they really do feel that way. They really, really do. And this person, the third party, is trying to explain, trying to help an understanding come forward, trying to work it out, just trying to smooth it out, trying to like educate this person how you work and how you talk, and that it's not an attack, and that you don't have anything against them, and you still don't. In their opinion, you still don't. It's just how it is. But what I'm getting is happening from this conversation is this person who feels like they're being attacked. They're not, but they feel like it. They honestly feel like it. They're leaving the situation. They're leaving the situation because I feel like the third phase is them actually leaving. The third phase is them leaving. I feel like, however this is happening, they're leaving. I feel like this person is leaving the situation. At this point, there's nothing for you to do. There's nothing for you to do except just kind of hold it together. It's just kind of like how it worked out is kind of how it was. And I feel like when I see the strength on your side, I do feel like it weighs on you because you're kind of like... It doesn't feel good that somebody is saying that they're leaving and they feel like you're the one who's making the situation difficult for them. And I feel like you're looking at the situation like, what did I say that was that bad? Like, what did I do differently with this person than anybody else? And I don't feel like that's the case. I just feel like the way this person relates to you, it's just, to them, it's very harsh. I don't feel you singling this person out, though. I really don't. But I feel like it's weighing on you because you're really like questioning, like, what did I really do that was that bad? It does seem to bother you. Regardless of how you feel about this person on a social level or whatever, on a personal level, it's more bothering you to like, are other people feeling this way? Like, what am I saying that's rubbing people this way? Like, what is it that I said? What is it that I did that was that bad or so much different than with everybody else? How come other people are okay, but then there's somebody like this that just seems to pop out of the woodwork? It feels like I'm coming down on them for some reason. Because I feel like you don't like this. You don't like how this is ending out. You don't like that. It just seems like you're being singled out yourself now. Like you're being labeled as the person who makes things difficult. And you're worried about that. I don't think that's really what's happening, just to be fair. But to you, it's just kind of like, what is happening? Why is this happening? What did I say so different to this person than that one? Because I feel like I talk to everybody the same way. Now, when this person leaves, and I don't know if I showed this card, the Three of Wands, that's telling me they're definitely going. They're going. They're like, I have somewhere else to be. I gotta go. I'm done. I'm leaving this situation. When they're leaving and you're holding it together and questioning, like, what is it? I'm getting there's communications around you, about this person. Like, I feel like it's an issue. Like, there's a lot coming forward. I just want to say that it feels like there's going to be a lot of communication, a lot of talking back and forth. What was this? What was that? It just feels like it's a drawn-out mess, to be fair. I don't feel this going against you in the long run. Is that right? Okay. But I feel like it could be aggravating and a little bit disconcerting, maybe I want to say. It doesn't feel good. You don't like it when it's happening. It's just kind of like people are talking about you, and who likes that? And you don't know what they're saying, and you're just kind of like, you want to have a chance to really defend yourself, but you're kind of wondering, do I really need to defend anything? Because I really don't think I did anything. I don't really feel like I did anything. So, I just feel like this draws out. People are talking, people are saying this, people are saying that, whatever. When all is said and done, I don't feel like anybody's looking at you in a negative light. I just feel like while it's happening, you're not a fan of it. You're not a fan of it. What are you supposed to get from this? I feel like the whole point here is to like think about this person. Think about how this person has been reacting to you the whole way along. Have they been making you feel like they were fine with the way you were talking to them this whole time and you were shocked? Or were they giving little subtle hints that the way you were talking to them, they couldn't handle it? Because you know what? Sometimes communication signals just, they don't match. And sometimes people get offended over little things. And they're saying, was that happening the whole time and you were just kind of like brushing it off? Like, you know, it is what it is? Or was this a complete, utter shock? And if it was, whatever way it was, like, what can you learn from that to where, like, was this person acting nice to your face and then just being like, were they acting really overly nice to your face maybe? Because I'm getting there has to be some type of signal here. Either they were looking at you like a deer in the headlights or a little offended, or they were just overly enthusiastic with agreeing with you and just like really happy, yes, 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 whatever you say. Whatever it was, like, they're saying catch on to this pattern, because the next time this comes around, which it seems like it will, if you recognize the pattern before it gets too far, you can nip it in the bud and create an understanding before that person really sinks in with a feeling and convincing themselves that you're lining yourself against them when you're really not. Is that good? All right. I think we're good. I'm going to wrap it up there. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, go ahead, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. It's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.